Urban Therapy with Sun 752, and this your daily Gogetemism number 94 for December 7th, 2015. Yeah, today I want to talk about how hard it is to try to keep from calling somebody that you really want to speak to, even though you have had a falling out with them, you've had an argument, y'all have had a disagreement, or you might have straight up dissed them, or they may have straight up dissed you. You know, that's one of the hardest things in life to do, to try to keep from calling somebody, try to keep from contacting somebody that you really want to speak to. That's hard, man. It's rough. It's one of the hardest things in life to do, if you ask me. And when you really think about it, it's one of the most petty things that you can do in your life. It's kind of selfish. It's kind of immature. And it's one of those things where you really allow pride to get in your way. You know, because I'm going to tell y'all something that happened to me back in the day. Back in the day, when I was 18 years old, I'll never forget this. I was going with this girl, and we had a falling out. We had an argument over the telephone. It was over something stupid. I can't remember what it was, but it was over something stupid. And the next day, I was thinking, like, well, you know, I'm going to let that situation cool out or whatever. I'm not going to call her. You know, like, she want to act stupid. Well, I ain't got nothing to say to her. And the next day, she called me. This wasn't even 24 hours after the argument. She called me, and we started talking on the phone. We was kicking it. We was busting it up. And I said to her, I didn't think you was going to call me. And she said, well, why? I said, because of the argument we had last night and everything. I thought that maybe you was mad. I know I was mad. I wasn't going to call you. And she said, well, I'm not going to not call you just because we had an argument. If I want to call you, I'm going to call you. If I want to talk to you, I'm going to call you. You my man. We ain't breaking up, are we? I said, no. She said, well, then why wouldn't I call my man? We had an argument, but I'm not going to let that blow over to the next day or be, you know, acting all stupid trying to not call you when I know I want to talk to you. I'm going to be driving myself crazy like that. And when she told me that, I realized that she was wise beyond her years, because I wasn't mature enough to look at things like that. But after dealing with that situation, I looked at life a lot differently, because I realized she taught me something that was very important. Why would you deprive yourself of speaking to somebody, talking to somebody, contacting somebody, getting in touch with somebody that you know that you want to speak to, that you know you want to contact? Your heart drives a lot of the things that you do in your life. So why are you going to deny your heart? Why are you going to let your head overrule your heart in a situation that's fixable? We're not talking about something where somebody has really done something bad to you. And even in those situations, it's still hard not to get in touch with somebody, because your heart is telling you, listen, I really want to see her. I really want to get with her. I don't want to be mad no more. I don't want to act like I don't, want to get with her. We allow our pride to get in the way, but when it really all comes down to it, just like I've been saying, your heart rules. Your heart is going to ultimately tell you what to do. So here's what I'm going to request that y'all do. Don't fall into the pitfalls of trying to be macho or trying to let your pride get in the way. If you had a falling out with a friend or a family member or somebody that you care about, call them. And I'm going to tell you why you should call them. Because 9 times out of 10, that person is holding out for the same reason that you holding out. Because they think that if they call you, that you're going to act funny on them. But also 9 times out of 10, they are so happy that you called them, you contacted them. And even if you don't want to deal with that person on a regular basis, at least if you get in contact with them, you know that they're okay. You know that they're all right, and it makes you all right. So sometimes you got to put your pride aside for yourself. Sometimes you got to contact people that you don't think that you should contact for yourself. Do that. For real. It'll make you a better person. The way that my old John back in the day made a better man out of me. Now, I'm sure I've fallen down and fell back into the stubborn person that I was since then, whatever. But I never forgot that lesson that I was taught. And that's the lesson that I think that she learned. I don't know who taught her that, because she couldn't have came up with that by herself. Nobody does that. Ain't nobody that wise at that age. He was 18, man. But we can be better than that. We can be better than that. You had a falling out with your brother or sister, call them. Your mom, especially your mom and your dad. There's too many people out there that don't have good relationships with their parents. Don't let that be you. Man, go get in touch with them and be like, look, man, let bygones be bygones. We blood, we family, we love. If it's just your friend, you ain't talked to him in years over something petty, and you know in your heart of hearts when you being petty, or when you falling out with somebody and stayed on that fallout thing, stayed mad at somebody over something petty. You ain't gotta let that be your legacy. Call them. A lot of people have gotten in touch with each other over this Facebook thing because enough time had passed that whatever happened back in the day didn't matter no more. But you don't have to let it get to that point in the first place. Call them. Get in touch with them. Be the bigger man or woman, whatever. Be the bigger one. Don't let that time go past years and years and years. You know what I mean? Like you're mad at you, kitty. You know what I mean? You didn't poop in the litter. Urban Therapy with Sun 752. This your daily Gogetemism number 94. Remember, good things happen to those who wait. Great things happen to those who grind. And anything can happen to those who go for theirs. So go hard, go for yours. And remember, tonight on the Urban Therapy with Sun show, we talking about celibacy. Ain't doing it to nobody is the title of the show. Ain't doing it to nobody. So we're going to talk about the pitfalls, the good parts and the bad parts of celibacy. Is it healthy for you? I have proof that it's not. Call in 347-677-1533 or log in to urbanTherapyWithSun.com, www.urbanTherapyWithSun.com. Come in there, register, chat as a guest, whatever, man. Bust it up with us. Let's do it tonight, baby. Let's do it. All right. That's how it's going down. Ain't that how it's going down? Get it? Yeah, baby. All right. Did you just hey, yeah. Tonight. Oh, and another thing. Call those people that you've been out of contact for a while over that little falling out. Don't let that be. All right, y'all. We out. The litter, man.